packages getting shipped out. Ski season right around the corner. Stokes at an all-time high, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another video. It's the Bag of Tricks here. Before this video gets started, I just want to say thank you to everybody making orders on Bot Life apparel. It means so much to me. I really get a ton of enjoyment out of, making the shirts, packing them up, printing the shipping labels, shipping them out. I mean, and just knowing you guys are rocking them is sick. So thank you to everybody making orders on Bot Life apparel. We got beanies, long sleeves, the Everyday's a Bluebird, the Park Rat, stickers, necklaces. We got everything in stock, so be sure to check it out. I'll leave the link in one of these corners. I always forget which one it is. So one thing I've been thinking about though with ski season this year is that I'm going back to the basics for the most part, at least for the early part of the season. With the ACL meniscus injury back in February, I'm about gonna be 9 months out come December from surgery, that is. So that's like right around the time where you are able to go back into sports, but you should still be very careful. So for me, I'm thinking this season's gonna be a lot of basics. And so I wanna bring my channel back to the basics of making trick tips, making informational videos for new skiers, new snowboarders. I wanna possibly make snowboard trick tips this year, we'll see. But just a lot of basic stuff, going back to the roots of where this channel began. And there's nothing more basic than this video here. Should you get lessons, or do you need lessons rather, to learn how to ski or snowboard? Hey puppy. So do you actually need lessons to learn how to ski or snowboard? I'm gonna say there's only two situations, that's actually four. I'm gonna say there's only two situations where you do not need lessons. Situation number one is you are an expert in one of the two sports. So let's say you're an expert skier, you're doing all the hardest stuff, you're in the terrain park, you're on the steeps, you're doing literally the hardest stuff you can on skis, and you want to make that switch over to the other sport. In that case, if you have a bunch of friends that are doing the other sport and they're willing to sit down and help you out for a little bit on that first day, then I think you're fine. You have so much knowledge of the mountain of your own sport, which is very similar to the other sport. But again, at that point, you're aware of the dangers, the risks, the speed, how the mountain works, everything like that, and I'd say you're probably good. The other situation is if you have a friend that is an expert rider in one of the two sports and is very, very, very able and willing to teach. Generally, I say do not let your friends teach you. Friends don't let friends teach friends. But there is a case to be made for a friend that is super, super patient, super willing to sit on the bunny hill with you all day. If you have a friend like that, maybe you know a friend that has done ski instruction in the past, or you just have somebody that you completely trust and you know is going to be super, super patient, have fun with you, make it fun, make it a great first day, then in that case, yeah, I think you're fine to use a friend as a resource to learn. But every other situation, 100% you do need a lesson. The great thing about lessons is they don't just teach you how to actually do your sport. They teach you everything else you're gonna need to know about the mountain, about the rules of the mountain. Instructors are literally licensed to give you this information, to make it as easy as possible for you to learn, to make it as safe as possible for you to learn. And that's the number one thing you should be worried about when learning one of these two sports is safety. They're dangerous sports, injuries happen. Me, I've been doing it my whole life and I just blew out my knee last year. Now, was I doing super basic stuff to get hurt? No, but at the end of the day, injuries do happen, and to mitigate those, it is best to work with an instructor, especially on that first day. But something else that you need to consider is that first impression of a sport. If you go with a friend, I've heard this story one too many times. You go with a friend, they're not great at teaching you, you have a scary, scary first day on the mountain. A lot of uncontrollable speed, a lot of crashes, just a very negative experience in general. Maybe your friend's getting frustrated with you, you're getting frustrated. There's pain, there's fear, there's anger. If that's your first experience on the mountain, then you're probably not going to progress in the sport. You might not ever come back. There's a reason skiing and snowboarding is so beautiful, why it's so fun, why so many people love it. But in order to get to that point, you have to come back after your first day on the mountain. You have to continue to enjoy the sport. You have to continue to do the sport. And if your very first day is horrible, that might not be the case. So what instructors are very good at doing is making that first day not only safe, but they're making it fun, and they're making that first impression of the sport, either one, very, very positive, and that's very important. A lot of reasons people don't want to do lessons is 1, they're expensive. 2, again, they have a friend. 3, they think it's lame because their friends already know how to ski and they'll be, wasting their time in this lesson when they could be with their friends. So for all 3 of those reasons, number 1, skiing and snowboarding is super expensive as it is. Your rentals are going to be expensive that day, your snow pants, your coat, your lift ticket, everything is expensive. So don't skimp out on a lesson. If anything, you should be paying the most for the lesson, in my opinion. 2, we've already covered the friend thing. And number 3, you think you're wasting your time because you're not going to be with your friends who already know how to do the sports. You'd rather just show up and go with your friends. Your friends are going to be much, much, much happier with you if you're keeping up with them, if you're able to hang with them, if you're able to go do the things that they want to do. So yeah, you might be away from your friends for a little bit when you first start learning in that first intro lesson, whatever the case is. But at the end of that, they're gonna be so hyped that you can keep up, that you can come do the stuff that they're doing already. I mean, so yeah, you are gonna be away from your friends for that little bit, but the payoff is gonna be huge. So don't worry about that. You have plenty of time, plenty of years ahead of you to go out, to go ride with your friends, to do the stuff that you think you're missing out on. At the end of the day, getting a great foundation, a great understanding of the sport, and a great, great, great first impression is huge. And so that is why I highly suggest taking a lesson. It made my first day on the mountain in my life so much better. My dad tried to teach me at first. I was terrified. I didn't like the sport. I wanted to go home. I took the lesson. From then on, I have been addicted to the sport. So if you're wondering, do I need a lesson? Should I take a lesson on that first day? Yes, you should. And hopefully this video gave you all the reasons why it's so beneficial. I can't wait to ski, guys. I hope to be on the mountain filming new content and new tutorial trick tip videos for you guys soon. Mama Nature's just gotta cooperate. And I think that's coming within the month, so I'm super stoked. Thank you guys for watching. If it helped, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.